All right, the next technique for solving proportions is going to be using something called cross products. So looking at this purple one over here, the first thing we want to do is we're going to multiply across. So I'll circle the two numbers we're going to multiply. The first ones are going to be 51 and 1. So 51 times 1 is 51. Easy enough. Next, we're going to multiply across like this. So x times 17, or 17 times x, and that's going to be 17x. And we're going to set these two terms equal to each other. So you multiply across like that, and then you set those products equal to each other. And now this becomes a one-step equation. There's a video that I did previously explaining that, so go watch that if you don't know what to do here. But what we'll do is we'll divide both sides by 17, so we can isolate that x there. And we'll have x is equal to 51 over 17. If you don't know, that is, you will get a whole number if you do that division, and that's going to be 3. So to plug this back up here, if we wanted to, we could say that the proportion of 3 over 51, or the ratio of 3 over 51, is proportional, is equal to 1 over 17. All right, over here, let's do that again. So we'll solve for that unknown. We'll solve for x by doing cross products. So we'll do this one first. X times 20, so that's going to be 20x. And then I'll have 4 times 30, which is 120. I'll set them equal to each other. I like to put the term with the variable to the left side, but it doesn't matter. Just as long as one goes on one side and the other goes on the other side. And then to isolate x, to get it by itself, since it's being multiplied by 20, I'll divide both sides by 20 and get x is equal to 6, which means that 4 over 6 is equal to 20 over 30. Something else worth mentioning here. Let me rewrite this one in orange that we just did. So 4 over x is equal to 20 over 30. If you can simplify your fractions, do it. It'll make your life easier. So over here, 20 over 30, both of those numbers can be divided by 10. So if I divide both of those numbers by 10, I'll have 4 over x is equal to, instead of 20 over 30, I'll have 2 over 3. So I can do the, if I want to use cross products, I'm working with smaller numbers, so that's a lot easier. So 2 times x is going to be 2x, and then 4 times 3 is going to be 12. If I divide both sides by 2, kind of running out of space here, I'll have x is equal to 6 again. So sometimes it's helpful to simplify your fractions if you can. All right, got some examples here. So 2 over 5 is equal to 6 over x. I will use cross products. So we can practice it. 2 times x is going to be 2x. And then 5 times 6 is equal to 30. I'll divide both sides by 2 to get those to cancel, and we'll have x is equal to 15. All right, next up, x over 35 is equal to 3 over 7. So here I will have x times 7, which is 7x. And then 35 times 3 is going to be 105. I'll divide both sides by 7 to get x by itself. And I don't know what this is off the top of my head. 105 over 7 is going to be 15. So x is equal to 15. All right, 7 over 3 is equal to x over 9. Cross products, 3 times x is 3x. 7 times 9 is 63. So I'll have equal to 63. Divide both sides by 3, get x by itself, we'll have x is equal to 21. All right, 11 over x is equal to 66 over 3. I know 66 and 3 are divisible by 3, so let me just simplify that fraction real quick by dividing both of them by 3. So now I'll have 11 over x is equal to, it's going to be 22 over 1. So I'll do x times 22, which is 22x, and then 11 times 1, which is 11. I'll divide both sides by 22 and get x is equal to 11 over 22, not 12, 22. And that's just another way of saying 1/2. You can divide both 11 and 22 by 11 and get x is equal to 1/2. All right, last one, x over 12 is equal to 10 over 2. Again, I can simplify this 10 over 2 and rewrite that as 5 over 1. So I'll have x over 12 is equal to 5 over 1. I just divided both numbers, the 10 and the 2, by 2. They're both divisible by 2. And now I'll do cross products. So 12 times 5 is 60. X times 1 is x, or 1x. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to write that 1. X is automatically going to be 60. So in this case, we simplified the fraction, and we don't have to do any algebra afterwards. We already solved for x right there. So yeah, there you go. Some examples. So cross products, just multiply cross, set the two terms equal to each other, and divide out any numbers to get your variable by itself, and you'll get your answer.